That was the worst. That was the worst intro ever, Rex. We're late. We're really late. I'm really sorry. Rex did a countdown and then said you're on air, and he did it, and then he pointed his finger like a minute before we were actually on air. And we're 37 minutes late to come on for the Responsiveness QA. The irony is not lost on me. Hello, I'm Electric Leo. Rex is in the background giving me also some rude fingers, so is Celestrata. But most importantly, I'm joined here with IC Hakai Chris Clay.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, so we are gonna talk a lot today about responsiveness. We're gonna kind of get through it quickly because you've already been waiting a long time. Apologize. There's a lot here to go through. We have been working very hard, making a lot of big changes to responsiveness, to missiles, to auto attacks, to movements, like to pretty much every single thing. You did an awesome post on the forum yesterday talking about it. Hopefully you've read that, had a look through, but we were bewildered by most of it, but then saw some things you wanted to ask for clarification on. So we're going to talk through some things, we're going to show you some things, and then you can ask us questions at the end.
And I can see that he's brought up the video showing some of the changes to dynamic avoidance.
Straight in, what's going on here?
Right off the bat, dynamic avoidance and how it behaved was causing a lot of trouble for our melee champions.
Yeah.
So we've been working hard to address those issues. You can see that the Flash and Doomsday are having a grand old time beating on poor Gaslight Batman, who would be long since dead if I didn't have him immortal.
That's not him just being amazing?
No, it's not him being amazing. It's him being a cheater, essentially.
So this is basically us fixing the problem where you get in each other's way whilst trying to chase somebody.
Right, so now allied champions can not occupy the exact same space, but they can get really close.
Right.
So it helps resolve that issue.
Cool. Rex, don't give me any more videos, please, yet. Don't skip to the next one. We have a couple of examples that don't have videos. And actually, we had some examples before this one. But yeah, just a couple of other disclaimers, guys. So we just grabbed these video. The money shot. We just grabbed these video clips in the last couple of days. They're essentially final, but so there's still maybe a few things that are kind of going through QA. We also. Chris grabbed them all, did all the videos, gave it to our video team, who then turned them, put them into this, put them side by side. Some of the stuff is kind of, you can see what's going on. Some of the stuff you can't because it revolves around button presses, and there's no easy way for us to show the button presses or command. But we're going to do our best to talk throrough various different things.
And then you have to suffer through the fact that I'm now old and slow, and my button presses aren't quite completely optimal. But they're close.
I'm feeling that. I actually played with a build yesterday, which has all of the responsiveness changes that are going into the September update, and it was I don't even know. I don't want to say it's night and day, but it was night and day.
I mean, it really is a whole new ballgame. I mean, to get to this point, essentially what we did is we went through each and every skill for all the champions, all the basic attacks, passives. If it was there to be played,
have this cookies.
Stealing cookies.
Cookies.
If it was there to be played, we captured footage of it and we framed through and we saw where things were wrong and we changed it. Yeah. And I'm not saying that everything is perfect now. There's still some things to be improved, but the difference is dramatic.
Sure.
Especially in just how it feels when you get it in your hands and you're going through and you're playing. A lot of times before, where things didn't happen as you expected them to. Now they do. It works like you would hope that it would. So
this is one giant step forward, and then after this we're going to take lots of little baby steps forward.
More baby steps.
But this big step was a big step. Also, we had cookies. This was actually full of cookies when we sat down, but it took so long for us to get online that we ended up eating almost all the cookies, thus ruining a potential joke that Rex was trying to set up for us, but we'll do that. We'll maybe do that later. All right, so I've got a big list of stuff we're going to go through. If it has a video, we're going to show you. If not, through the power of oration, Chris will describe to you what that difference is. If you have a question, fire it into the chat. We'll either get to the questions at the end, or if Celestrata feeds me the question and I see it and it's relevant, we might respond to it there. But don't worry, we will get to your questions. So I guess let's start with player movement, which is changing cosmetically and as well as the gameplay-wise, which we already saw there for the dynamic avoidance, but even just some cosmetic changes are going to happen.
Yeah, so some of the cosmetic work has gone into further refining our rotation on our champions. So even here, you can see some of it as Gaslight Batman is adjusting where he's running to. He's turning rather slowly as he's making minor adjustments. This is just a cosmetic change. It doesn't change anything in terms of balance. If you need to get to a point to execute a skill in terms of rotation, you're going to get there in the same speed as you would before. But if you're just moving through the world, we've smoothed that out over where it was before. Another thing we've done with basic attacks is on live, if you right-click on a target and your basic attack is on cooldown, you're not going to rotate to face that target until the point when you actually start doing your basic attack. Once the September update goes live, as soon as you right-click on a target to start basic attacking it, whether your attack is on cooldown or not, you will immediately start to rotate towards that target. Gives you better feedback that the command is issued successfully, gives your opponents better information about what you're about to do next. Overall, just an incremental but noticeable improvement.
We don't have a video for that, so I'm going to mime it. So this is the current build. This is the live build. That's basically it. That's frame for frame. Okay, so and then basic attacks are like I said, I've just got a big list I'm going to go through, and then we're going to mine Chris for information. Basic attacks are changing. The attack hold window is changing.
Yeah, so the attack hold window is something that we added in the last update, which is a small period of time after you've started your basic attack and just before you actually deliver your payload, whether as a ranged champion it's firing off the missile or as a melee champion it's actually applying your damage when you hit, where if you click to move, you're not going to interrupt your basic attack, you're basically safe, you can click a little bit ahead of time to get ahead on orb walking your character, cutting somebody across the screen. And one of the things we played with during the September update is stretching this out to make it longer, and where this really comes into play is for champions that have their attack speed really jacked up. Having the longer window means that people with the reflexes to do it can very effectively interlace basic attacks with movements now, and they're not going to accidentally cancel their basic attacks,
right.
As it was pretty easy to do before, even after adding the window.
I certainly can't kite, and last night when I played, I felt like it was so different that I had to learn everything from scratch, and I didn't get it really towards the end of the game, but it felt really good. It is obviously important to be able to deliver your payload efficiently, so thanks for that. Hit timing has changed. We do have a video for this. Yeah, A1, yep. Hit.
Yeah, so what the hit timing is, the difference between live and in the September update is in the September update, when the basic attack missile gets to the target, the damage is going to be delivered. On live, you'll notice that the missile gets there, and then a few frames after, the damage and the hit are happening. This is just a little change that has happened across all of the ranged champions that makes lasting just a little bit easier from the champion side, because you're going to be delivering damage when you expect it to deliver. This also applies to all of our drones in lane. One of the really big problems on live right now in terms of getting your last hits is drones were delivering their damage just a little bit ahead of time. So when their missiles hadn't quite reached a drone you're trying to last hit, they would deliver damage before it looks like they visually should have. Now that is synced correctly. This was particularly a problem with siege drones. They were delivering damage way ahead of time. With all of this where it should be, it just is a much more solid and cohesive experience.
Cool, and that's obviously super important now that kiting is requires faster young person reflexes. I felt very old playing it. Basic attack release to movement.
Yeah, so what this is essentially, we've changed the timing on our basic attacks so that at the point that you fire a missile off, or at the point that a melee character connects with their target with their swing, they're delivering damage, and at that moment they can now start moving if they want to move. Before, on live, a melee champion wasn't going to be able to start moving until they had completed a fairly significant part of their backswing, and ranged champions would sort of fire, have to go through a recoil, and then could start moving.
Right.
So this just speeds up all of that. This is also a place where we've departed from our old standard, which is melee attacks and ranged attacks are on the exact same timing. In the September update, ranged attacks and melee attacks now have slightly different timings. Melee is consistent across the board, range is consistent across the board, but melee attacks now release about 40 milliseconds faster than ranged attacks. So this also improves melee chase because melee champions are spending just a little bit less time compared to ranged champions in their basic attacks, so they're able to get to moving again.
Micro and so a little bit more difficult to kite.
I mean,
basically, you're nerfing me.
You can still kite. It's just that on each of those attacks, the melee champion is going to get a little bit closer than they would. Well,
depending on your attack speed as well.
It's one of those things like if you're comparing the September update to live. Ranged champions can kite more effectively than they could before because they're releasing sooner than they used to. But melee champions aren't going to fall as far behind in a more dramatic fashion. Like they have a lot, about 70 milliseconds of time where they're now moving where they wouldn't have been.
Sure. Live obviously is just what you are playing right now, in case that wasn't obvious. And then on target, actually we probably should speed up a bit. There's so much here. On target death improvements?
Yeah, so this is another one of those just quality of life improvements. So one of the things that's true on live is if you are mid-swing
Hang on. Oh, sorry, 1 second. We'll we don't need this video up anymore, but we'll shout out when we need videos. We'll use the power of speech.
So on target death improvements. So one of the things that was true for all of our targeted attacks, basic attacks or skills that are targeted, is if your target died during the windup of the skill, you would follow through all the way to the end. You'd still deliver imaginary damage to something that was already dead. You know, in the case of Green Lantern Slam, you'd go through with the whole animation, and it would be wasted. You'd go on cooldown, vitals would be spent. With the September update, when you use a targeted skill or you're performing a basic attack on somebody and they die before you've delivered your payload, we immediately kick you out of that skill. You're free to move, free to issue new commands, and that skill will not go on cooldown. So just a quality of life improvement where you're just spending less time on something that's a lost cause.
I don't think people die when I auto-attack them, so I have no context for that change, but I'm sure everyone else will understand it. It's awesome. General skill improvement. So changes to a lot of different skills, but in general, these cover pretty much everything. Cosmetic release?
Yeah, so cosmetic release, what this really stemmed out of is we were in a sort of world of bad compromise, where on live, when you're performing a skill, we would play through the skill animation, and then we would play a little bit of the follow-through before we released you to movement or before you could play your next skill. In the September update, when a champion is performing a skill, what they can do is, if they're not going to perform any other actions, they will continue to play the animation all the way through until it's completed. Actually, Mr. Rex, if you could bring up Joker's surprise toss, I think that's a pretty good example of this. But what this means is when you're not doing anything else and you're just trying to fire off a missile or throw surprise out or anything else, you just the surprise itself. You are seeing more of the animation, just looks better, looks cleaner. But what this has also let us do is pull in the time to where you can release to movement or perform your next skill action. So on the bottom, we've got surprise on live. On top, we have surprise above. And you'll notice that above, he's playing through the complete animation. He's finishing his animation after the live animation is already long since finished. Long since finished, and we're talking about, again, 50, 60 milliseconds here in some of these cases.
All these frames add up, though.
Yeah, but what this means is now when you go to throw out surprise, essentially once it's left your hand, you can go on to your next action, where before you're going to be...
You have to wait for it to land.
Releasing it, it's coming back, and now you can go off and do something else.
All right, that makes sense. So we're just actually going to go back a little bit. There are a couple of questions here that were relevant to what we were saying before. Lost Sweater asks, are there going to be turns... Is there going to be turn speed included, or will attack, move, click, kiting be the same as in LoL? So I think this is in. I think in Dota 2, the turn animation is part of your movement command. I think that's what they're referring to. I'm not 100% certain, but anyway, will turn speed be a factor in because I guess does the game know which direction you're facing for anything other than cosmetically?
Yeah. So if I understand the question correctly, what I think is being asked is when I do a basic attack and then I click to move behind me, do I have to wait for the turns to start going before I'm going to start moving, or am I sort of going to slide backwards as I'm turning?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes, you're going to have to spend some time in the turn before you'll start moving. This was a change that went out, I believe, in the last update, where while you're performing a turn, you're not necessarily moving forward. This eliminated some issues we had with J turns instead of direct line turns, which was leading to some inaccuracies in movement. So, in terms of the comparison, it's closer to League than it is to Dota, I believe.
Okay. Oh my god, Sue. Oh my god, I'm Sue. It's not like I should know her name. Will there be no more auto attack cancellation? Can you even cancel an auto attack anymore?
You can still cancel an auto attack. The window is just much smaller.
Right.
So if you're somebody who plays with auto attack enabled and you see your character just start, you can cancel that. But the window is much smaller. What we found is the window that we have allows for people to cancel out of unintentional ones if they're on the ball. Once it gets going, though, you're going to be locked into it until it completes. So, but because the new window is so much smaller, it's not actually a huge penalty to pay. So, all sorts of cost benefit.
Okay.
And we'll keep an eye on this. If we're finding a lot of people want the window to be smaller, it's something that's fairly easy to adjust. Okay.
Back to skills for a second. With Atomic, Blade Lord Cal asks, with Atomic Wonder Woman and Superman, if they ult to a target and this is back to the cosmetic release, if they ult to a target that dies mid-ult, will they get their cooldown refunded?
So the answer there is no, because for both of those skills, we basically charge you for the skill once you started the movement action, because the movement action is a big part of the skill. It's the travel time.
Right.
So in those cases, they will finish the animation essentially, because you already passed the point of no return.
Otherwise, it'd be awesome. You could do you could do Superman. You could ult and then they die, then you ult again, and then they die, and then they ult, and you never actually make contact with them. Yeah. Okay. So general skill improvements, cosmetic release, also self buffs and shields. We do have a video for this. A2. Please, Rex?
Yep, so this was just one of those quality of life improvements where some of our buffs currently cast instantly. Other ones, like Atomic Green Lantern here, he has to wait until his animation is nearly complete before his shield comes in. In the September update, it's going to activate essentially as soon as you press the button.
Pow! He's straight in. Massive buff to me and Rex. Best Atomic Green Lantern players NA. I think everybody would agree with that. So, changes to missile skills. Lots of videos here, lots of different things. So, if we go to video A3, please, Mike. Missile creation?
Yep, so one of the things you'll notice with the current behavior for Sonic Battering is he actually completes his animation before the battering is generated and comes out. What we've done for all of the missile-based skills is we've gone through them, we've looked at when they should be firing, and we've adjusted timing so that those missiles are being created at the point where you would expect it to be created with the animation. And for these, across the board, it's been bringing up the missile fire point on everything. So missiles are going to be much more responsive when you're trying to target them at somebody. This helps to counteract some of the difficulty in hitting people who now are going to be held in place for less time, because with all the cosmetic release stuff, they can now move faster.
Right.
So this is sort of a little bit of an offset wash, and just feels a lot better. It makes skill shots a lot easier to land because they're going to be doing what you want sooner in the sequence.
And that's probably a point just worth, we'll just pause on for a second, in that these changes, like there'll be a lot of changes to responsiveness and feel and the way that characters move around, and then this will also end up in some indirect buffs or nerfs to other characters, because characters that are heavily skill shot reliant, like Zatanna, in order to land crazy amounts of damage, well, you know, potentially her position in the pecking order may change a little bit. So we're keeping a close eye on that. We obviously will be counting on you to provide continue to provide excellent constructive criticism in our forums. So please do. But we're on that, and we're in a new world of much faster balance updates. Anyway, hopefully any outliers that we do miss, hopefully we'll get to sooner.
Yeah, and on that note, with all of these changes, the amount of things that have changed and the way the game plays afterwards, it is a massive change.
Yeah.
And it has had a huge knock-on effect with balance. We've tried to get ahead of the curve on that, and we've made a lot of changes that we believe will address some of those issues. When OB5 goes live, we're going to be watching balance closely, and we're going to be iterating on that as we go. I would expect it to be a little bit rougher up front, but we should be able to hone on this relatively quickly.
Yeah, it's almost like a reset, if you will.
Yep.
So we're still on missile skills, changes, missile collision and expiration. If we can get the next video, Mike, A4. Thank you. Oh, wow. You're so fancy.
Yeah, so this is another big part of the missile changes. So on live, you know, Mr. Punchy is exploding well before it actually reaches Flash. And this is actually just a cosmetic issue. On the server, everything's gone through correctly, the collision happened at the right place, but the messages were getting down to the client a little bit too soon. So we've made adjustments there so that with our missiles, the missile is actually traveling all the way through to the target to explode at the correct place. Can you actually bring up the Green Lantern missile barrage video? Great. So this is a personal one for me because I love playing Green Lantern, and it always annoyed me to no end that the missile essentially exploded well before my target, which meant that trying to get a bunch of drones in the AoE was very difficult. For example, you almost had to thread a needle between them to get it to explode to hit multiple targets. So with this change, missile barrage is now exploding at the target it collides with, which makes it easier to get multiple things in the AoE, get that to...
So this one is not just a cosmetic change.
Well, this is a balance. So this is an instance where fixing the issue of the explosions happening too soon has led to a balance change in this case, because it's not just a single target.
Got it.
But yeah, as a Green Lantern player, this feels so much better.
All right. Missile detonation. So is that essentially what that was? Is that what we're talking about?
So yeah, essentially, missiles that detonate like missile barrage are happening now at the place that we intend. Another part of this was the visual effects for these detonations. We found that there was essentially a one-frame displacement that could happen either beyond or before where it actually detonated in terms of the detect that was happening on the server. So this impacted skills like missile barrage, root strike, sonic shell, anything where a missile was traveling through the air and then detonating at a location. The actual visual effects were not syncing correctly with where the detects were happening.
So is this just this difference that we see is just a frame, or that we saw in the missile barrage where it was like essentially almost like a meter or two in front of him? That's just one frame?
Missile barrage is slightly different. For root strike or sonic shell, it was essentially a one frame onset. But when these missiles are traveling as fast as they are in a single frame, they can travel a significant distance.
All right.
But root strike and sonic shell are now accurate visually in terms of what you're seeing. What we are also noticing with those skills is when they detonated, they were often detonating farther along than you intended, just because of you visually on your client you saw that the missile was here. What you're seeing on your client is behind where it's at on the server.
Right.
You go to detonate and it's like, I wanted it to explode back there, not ahead. So we've made adjustments on those skills so that when you detonate it, we're trying to detonate it at the point where you clicked on your client rather than where the server thinks you would be, just for better overall feel.
Right.
And the final thing on Root Strike and Sonic Shell is both of those have changed to be ground targeted now.
Okay.
So you can target a location, they will travel to that and explode close up far away, which removes some of the button spam panic when you wanted it to explode at your feet.
Right.
You can now be like, no, go at my feet. It'll travel there and explode where it should.
Can you still early detonate?
But you can also early detonate if you want to adjust on the fly.
All right.
So it's a little bit of best of both worlds.
It's also, to bring our last point on missile skills, missile speed, it's also much faster. Specifically the Sonic Shell.
Sonic Shell is definitely faster. Root Strike is faster. A lot of
Do we have the Sonic Shell, Mike? No.
My bad.
Mike's
I didn't
fault.
capture it.
Mike's fault.
No,
I'm really sorry about that.
It's actually
he's not
Chris's
sorry.
fault, but he's not. Yeah, he's not sorry.
So essentially what we've done as part of this pass, looking at balance, is some missiles, like Root Strike, like Sonic Shell, have seen bumps of roughly 20% to their movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
This is usually on the slower end of things. A lot of the faster missiles are where they were. But we've seen bumps on certain skills by about 20%.
Okay, that's pretty big. It's pretty big. Changes to empowers, which we give me an example of an empower.
Yeah, so this is something that you can see on live today. If you use Gaslight Joker, when he uses his Q, that's his empower. It basically interrupts your current basic attack and does an upgraded version. And what you want to do with those is land a basic attack and immediately follow up with the empower to do a really quick double tap of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Gaslight Joker was where we wanted him to be. Pretty much everybody else who had an empower, so Atomic Wonder Woman Smite,
Old Soups,
yeah, his Q. All of those were set up so that their empower timing was the same as their basic attacks. So instead of getting a really good feeling, wham, in terms of delivering damage, they felt a little bit sluggish and slow, and you really weren't getting the impact that we wanted you to out of the basic attack.
Mm-hmm.
So
we injected them with steroids.
Yeah, so basically all empowers
kind of
have been switched over to the Gaslight Joker timing, so they have a really good impact feeling to them.
Feel snappier, feel like you do more damage, probably makes them stronger. Gaslight Joker, of course, is a trash character that needs a buff. Changes to dashes and blinks. So this is actually work in progress, right?
Yeah, so this is something that we've made progress on, but we're going to be continuing to work on moving forward, past the September update. Some of our characters use slightly different pathways for how they do their dashes.
Mm-hmm.
So a good example of a character who will be in a place where we want them to be is Catwoman. When she uses her acrobat skill, she will now, if you right-click and you acrobat in the direction that you right-clicked, you're going to do your tumble and then seamlessly continue moving. The big change to short dashes like hers is we no longer interrupt your movement commands when you have them. We used to do that. What we found is for very short dashes like hers, it felt much better to allow them to continue because they're typically not used in a situation where you're trying to gain a lot of distance to escape somebody.
Literally, I use Catwoman's tumble of that all the time because I'm always being killed and trying to run away.
Yeah, the difference is you're usually not going to tumble beyond the place where you're clicking when you're trying to escape.
Right,
whereas, like if you're using bat flight to try to get away from somebody,
Mm-hmm.
just because of screen size and everything, it's hard to make sure that you've clicked beyond the maximum extent of his bat flight.
Right.
So for skills like bat flight, we are still canceling the movement action. You have to reinitialize it during the dash. The dashes are also longer for skills like bat flight, so you have a lot more time to issue that new move command.
Mm-hmm.
Gaslight Batman with his bat flight now has the pause that we're looking to address, where if you click to move as he's dashing, there's going to be about a 3-frame pause between when he lands and when he starts moving again. In a future update, that will go away, and then we'll be in the place that we want to be with our dashes.
Right. Yeah. So we would have changed that in the September update, but it requires elite coding skills, which is not your area of expertise necessarily.
That is not my area of expertise now.
But we do have someone on the case. Okay. But there are still there are some changes though to dashes and blinks.
Yep. So I mean, part of
So
part of the cosmetic release functionality does impact dashes and blinks in that when they're delivering their damage and payloads, they're releasing, like, a lot of dashes. You get to your target, you play an animation, and you're stuck in that animation for a while.
Yeah.
With the cosmetic release, that is more seamless than it used to be. So they have improved, but there's still some work to be done.
we're still working on that. Question from Lost Sweater. Will jumping or wall hopping be more clear as a result of the patch changes? And are there any plans to change how certain abilities interact through and with walls? Which is kind of related, because I guess they're all blinks.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we are continuing to watch and look at and make adjustments to. I know Flash has seen changes to how his abilities interact with going through walls. Magic 8 Ball is hazy. That's one of those things that I can't tell you exactly how they will change.
And that might also be a champion design thing. That might be like a Duffy, Jared type question. If it's more like the mechanics of them moving through, then maybe it's Chris. But maybe it's something that post on the forum. And Duffy pounces on everything in the forum, like a mongoose. I actually don't know if mongoose pounce on things, so I don't know if that was a good analogy. I apologize.
Yeah, in terms of just like how they currently function in going over walls, I don't believe there will be many changes there.
Okay. Changes to player-anchored AoEs, which... give me an example.
A good example of this is Atomic Wonder Woman's Savage Sweep. So one of the issues that we've got with our player-anchored AoEs is with how quickly a lot of them execute. If these champions were doing a 180-degree turn, depending on your client frame rate, the visual effects could actually appear in the opposite direction of where the damage was going.
Okay.
This also got screwy when the person, like Atomic Wonder Woman, uses Savage Sweep, and then she gets charged by Doomsday, or she gets knocked back by Harley. The visual effects would basically travel along with Atomic Wonder Woman, and where did it actually hit? You're not quite sure.
Right.
After the September update, these visual effects are dropped into the world, and they will be accurate to where the damage is actually occurring. So if Atomic Wonder Woman got charged or knocked back after she successfully executed the skill, the visual effects would stay in place, and you would know what had happened.
All right. We're nearly there before we can go into questions, although some of them are appearing. Changes to knockbacks. We have a video for this. If you could roll a 6, please, Rex. Nice transition. I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, so it's pretty clear here in terms of just the responsiveness difference between the old knockback and the new knockback. So knockback has benefited from pretty much all of the work that goes into cosmetic releasing and bringing those hooks to the point where the damage and everything is delivered when it looks like it visually should be. The other part of this is we reworked our knockback effects so that the timing on everything was correct. In the old world, Flash would start animating like he was getting knocked back before he actually started moving. All of that now happens seamlessly. It just feels a lot better.
Okay. And one more point before we go into questions. Changes to attachments. If you could roll a 7, please, Mike. Changes to attachments. Timing.
Yeah, so this is one where you need to slow it down a little bit to see, but on the grab on the bottom, you'll notice that Flash basically blinks forward to the grab, then gets pushed back to his original location, and then gets pulled back.
I've seen that many a time.
Yeah, and
I just thought it was how awesome I was.
Right, we've made adjustments on the grab and on skills like Doomsday's Charge so that the attachments are happening when they should, rather than sort of having the early weirdness that you're seeing on live, which just makes them feel smoother overall.
All right, so that was a lot of information. Basically, if you are used to moving or shooting or using a skill with any of the people you like to play in Infinite Crisis, that part will feel different. The only way you will not feel a difference is if you do nothing, of which one person per match approximately does at the moment.
The only other thing I would throw in there is we are also looking at selection. So selection on live is incredibly accurate, which is actually a problem. So we are doing most of our selection testing based off of the render meshes of all of our champions and drones and whatnot. And then we have some priority sorting based on that to make it easier to select champions than it is to select drones, for instance. But what this has led to is you get a really big guy like Mecha Superman blocking the drones, and it becomes nearly impossible to last hit the drones behind him. So we've been working on selection to basically get it to do what you intend rather than have it be accurate, which seems backwards, but in terms of feel, we've been focusing more on the core of each character, which is represented by the precise indicator at your player's feet. Each champion, each drone has one of these volumes, and selection now focuses on this as a primary selection indicator, and then goes to cut the render mesh if there's nothing, if there are if that cylinder isn't present, which makes it a little less accurate in the sense that you could be mousing over Mecha Superman's wing, for instance, and then selecting the drone that's hidden beneath it.
Right.
Now, it's a change. Overall, it feels so much better to play. So, you know, this is another one of those things where it's different. Yeah. We feel it's in a good way. We'll get it out there, see how people feel about it, and make iterations.
This way we can make enormous or really tiny champions, and there won't be crazy gameplay ramifications based on that, which is important when you make a game about superheroes and supervillains, where physical size variation is pretty big, or can be pretty big. So thanks for that. Let's go through some questions now. We'll start with the immediate question from Danon from the forums, which I should have asked right at the beginning, and I didn't. Really sorry, but we kind of already answered it. Melee mobility, any intention to fix a problem where many melee characters stop to throw an attack, as it's way too easy to kite an IC once a melee's chase skill is on cooldown, and you get 3 to 4 hits in a melee when they get just one, and the range opens up a huge distance again. So I think actually we already covered this in the answer there, but I didn't want you to feel like we hadn't asked your question. If you're just tuning in now, we did it right at the beginning. We'll put the videos up afterwards. Hammer.
But yes, the short there is it's dramatically better.
Yeah. Hammer Reborn from the forums. Hammer, of course, doing excellent work on putting up the summaries of all of these QAs. Really appreciate your hard work, Hammer Reborn. Your Arcane Green Lantern is like, it's okay, I guess. No, he's not bad. Is there anything going to be done about the giant, massive melee collision issues that causes friendly heroes to just block teammates, causing neither to be able to chase and hit the target? So I guess that, again, is the dynamic avoidance, which we opened with. Yep. Yes, we done fixed that.
Well, and to be clear, the knock-on of this is it's going to be harder to protect your carries with your own body as you're trying to block enemy champions coming in.
Right.
So it's...
Has gameplay ramifications?
Yeah, it has gameplay ramifications.
Everything that we're doing has gameplay ramifications. So day one is going to be crazy. Blade Lord Cal.
Crazy awesome.
Is autopathing going to be improved with the September patch? Not technically your department, but...
Yeah, not technically my department, but it's been something that we've been making improvements to, just the path maps in general, to try to address some of the wonky behavior. Yeah. That is out there.
Definitely blame Fantas, please. It's his fault. Okay. If the question from Deakin, DIQQN, apologize for not being able to pronounce your name. If the 3 melee drones stand together, it's something really difficult to hit the middle one. Do you guys change that? So I think this is the selection thing.
Right. So I mean, this is why we were looking at selection. Is it became incredibly difficult to hit the middle one, and in the new world, it's far easier. Essentially what would happen in the scenario you're talking about is if you just left your mouse cursor on the middle drone, depending on where the drone beneath was in, his animation sequence, if his sword came across your cursor, you were going to start selecting him for just a brief window of time until going back to the middle, and same with the drone above. If some of his mesh slid through, you'd switch over. So the selection changes really are a case of, by reducing the overall accuracy of selection, we've actually made it do what you intend more often. It's a little backwards, but much better.
Captain Hunt asks, if you kill Gasbat during his flight, does he still fly halfway across the map? Please say yes.
I'm guessing yes, because I haven't done anything with that.
All right, yeah, that's still amazing. It's still amazing watching Gaspat die horrifically. Danon, this appears to be the last question. Danon, do you plan to fix the issue where some champs mid-fight just stop attacking and stand there? Is that a common issue?
I wasn't aware of that being an issue, so...
let's bug it. We're going to bug it. I never stop right-clicking, so it hasn't happened to me, but we'll look into that. That might possibly be one more for the QA team.
I mean, it's one of those things where actually, pulling off the tape backups because so many things have changed. I do vaguely remember a bug coming through related to something like that in terms of basic attacks kicking off when they shouldn't necessarily. So it's plausible that that's been addressed.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of the questions. I just want to reiterate, I played on this, so these responsive changes are across the board. It's like everything has been touched in a little way. Actually, not everything. Or everything, but different levels of effect for different champions. So Flash was already in a really good spot. He was super responsive.
It was interesting going through and making all the changes and then hitting certain characters like Flash and being like, wow, there's not a lot of room here outside of things yet to be addressed in terms of the pause after his flash attack. It's like, yeah, he's pretty much right at the top end of
for the fastest man alive, feels like the most responsive.
So there's that. And then for other champions like Joker, for instance, or even Green Lantern, who's up now, this is going through his combo sequence, before and after, and that pain plane is down a lot sooner in the new world than it was before. I mean, I would say in general, for most champions, your ability to go through your chain of skills, QWER, and get all of them off is so much easier in the new world because of the cosmetic release and freeing up that next skill sooner.
So when we do release this into the wild, which is not too far away now, the first game will feel different. It felt really different for me. It took almost the entire match to get used to it, and I died a lot because of it. But I was also playing with other people who had played on that build before.
Hey Rex, can you bring up the Atomic Green Lantern combo?
So it is, it's going to be great, but also there will be an adjustment period. So please be ready for that.
Yeah, so this is one of those where if you're just looking at it as it's flying by, you're like, this looks exactly the same. What's the difference? And the real big difference is in the after patch combo. He's actually getting a basic attack in after he does his shield, where on the bottom he does not. He doesn't get the basic attack in until the very end, which lets you get through to the point where you're getting the correct number of rads for your passive to proc on the target sooner. And it's just
another buff for me and Rex.
Yeah,
sweet.
I mean, not that Atomic Green Lantern was terrible before, but now he's kind of
ridiculous. He's really terrible. Keep buffing him. Yeah. Keep buffing him. He's a trash character. He needs to be able to get
friskier.
Yeah.
Well, you'll notice on that hand as it goes out. I got the missile hand crafted just a little bit better, so you can see all those fingers ready to go in there and get frisky.
You do need to see.
Like
we're good.
It's all about the attention to frisky detail.
Can you just hold one up?
Do you hold what? There was too many danger zones, possible there.
Yeah.
A bajillion more questions just appeared, or rather two. So we're heading to them. I die batai night. It probably stands for something, and I don't know what it is. I apologize. I don't know if it's been asked, but are you going to fix the skew kill up? Fix the skill queue up? Like if you activate a skill right when you get CC'd and the skill still goes on after the CC is over?
Right, so we did bug that issue internally. I'm not exactly sure where that is at in the process, but it's on our radar, and we're going to be making changes so that if you're interrupted while you have a queued skill with hard CC, it's going to be dropped so that you're not playing it at the end.
Right. But then potentially you can still hammer whilst you're in CC.
Right. So if you are CC'd and then you queue up a skill,
right,
you will execute
You
it.
should get to keep that. That's,
Right.
excellent.
It's all about the order.
Yep. Godloss Holzmundel. When I initiate a skill on champ, sometimes I can't change the skill selection to another champ, who maybe is now closer, until I change movement by clicking the ground. Is this gone now? So I'm not sure what this means. Is this somebody who has a skill which you target, you select a champ?
Yeah, so I guess if I'm understanding this correctly, if you use Q on a target and you're traveling to go use Q on them because they're outside of your range, and then you see a new target and you use Q on the new target, you will not cancel the previous action to issue the new command. You do have to move to issue to
Right.
sort of interrupt.
In fact, even more so with the tumble changes.
Right. So
Yeah.
so I would say is that is working as intended at the moment.
Right. So that will remain. And then Danon with the questions. Good work here. Are there plans to improve the playing skills of certain terrible Scottish people? Thank you, Silstrata, for feeding us that question. Are there plans to improve the playing skills of certain terrible Scottish people?
What I have learned after all of the work that has gone into responsiveness is there are some things that cannot be changed.
So the thing about this new world that we're heading into is everything is so fast that it definitely gives an advantage to the younger generation, should we call them. Our game is going to become more skill-based, and although I don't personally have a problem with that because my skill ceiling is like super high, I can see some other older people like struggling with it.
Well, I mean, I guess the answer to that question is up until the responsiveness changes, Leo has been held back by the fact that he couldn't show his true skill ceiling.
For real.
So you're about to see something truly amazing just around the corner.
Yeah, lots of swearing. So I apologize in advance for anybody who was in my headset at the time when we play in the new version. I almost can't I can't play the old one now. It just feels different. I spent so long adjusting like basic like attack, click, move, kiting and things, and then like when I went back, I didn't like it. So it's gonna be difficult, but I still obviously I'm gonna have to play with the old version. So I hate you for that, Chris. Thank you. So yeah, I think that's everything. There will be so balance will be a little bit rocky because usually we have a lot of past data to go on, but this is a whole new fresh data set. So that first couple of weeks, also we're changing we're changing a lot of champions just in terms of their stats, which we covered already with the champion design, and also we're going to be changing almost every artifact, including, and I know a lot of people will be pleased about this, the recommended artifacts and mods and augments builds, so that they will all be applicable and not sometimes just a trap. So we're going to cover that in 2 weeks. We're going to come back with Danger Dan, and we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. But yeah, thank you very much for your time, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I'd like to add in terms of talking about that skill ceiling is...
Other people's, not mine, because I'm really good.
I mean,
yeah,
I can't even see that high, even with my glasses.
Yeah.
But the other impact that this has is after all of these changes, when you're just viewing the game, so on a stream, during competitive play, it really increases the readability of everything because it's just cohesively connected now. Right. So it makes a big difference on that front as well.
So Duffy and Aki will be even better casters. If that's such a thing.
It should open up more I can't believe that just happened moments.
Right. I mean, Axelav and Axeltos are already like the two best casters in the world, so we probably won't see much of a big upgrade in their skill level, but for Duffy and Aki, I think they'll move through to S tier. Early Shazam, if you will. So yeah, thank you very much. We're going to do another one of these again in 2 weeks, like I said. Artifacts. If you have any other questions, please head to the forum. There's a thread already started which listed all that information. If you want more clarification on attack hold window or self buffs and shields and all that kind of stuff, just drop it in there. We'll be hanging out as always there to answer your questions. If you have questions about other topics as well, stick them in the forums. We read everything, even if we don't always necessarily respond to everything. Only Danik responds to everything, and that takes up a lot of time. So yeah, thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
See you in game.